Good morning. So let's start our meditation. And the title of this meditation is to calm the nerves a little. So let's see how it goes. So please take note or affirm to yourself that anything I say is a suggestion, and that you can direct the imagery, you can change the wording so that it benefits you. Good. So let's begin. Find your good seat. Wiggle around a little bit. If you quickly want to get something warm or find something softer to sit on, or maybe sit against a wall or in a chair, take that time to adjust your seat. And if you are in a seat or leaning against a wall, even with the support, lengthen your spine. So adjust your legs so that you feel you can gain some length in the spine. On the sides of the neck, maybe a soft broadness to the shoulders. But just enough to feel upright. And then begin to move a little. And if you do feel anxious this morning, if there is a little bit of residue anxiety or underlying anxiety, a little bit of nerves, not knowing what the day will be like, maybe you didn't sleep too well, just move a little. And you can place your hands on those areas where you feel it's taking strain. So where there's tightness or where there's pressure, fluttering, discomfort, unease. So usually for me it's quite close in the upper chest, the throat, and right underneath my diaphragm. So this is where I put my hands. And begin to self-soothe. If you feel the movements almost stimulate the anxiety or make you a little bit more frazzled, uneasy, nervous, slow the movements down and just create a very soft pulsating rhythm. And this could be side to side or circular. It could be forward and back. And you'll see that this aspect of touch, this tool of touch, the warmth of your hands, the comfort of your hands, as if you're hugging yourself. It's a warm embrace. It's an affirmation that you are safe, that you are looking after yourself, that you are doing this for your own well-being. Maybe from a place of curiosity, maybe from a place of desperation. However you come into the practice, acknowledge whatever you're feeling, whatever brought you to this moment or to this practice. Gentle movements. You're welcome to close your eyes. If you're not comfortable with closing your eyes, maybe not yet, maybe lower your gaze. And notice if you can tap into these movements or tap into the sensation of warm touch. And if these gentle movements This loving touch can already dissipate some of the jaggedness, the noise. And as a little bit of softness begin to creep into your body, maybe you can begin to feel your breath moving. Maybe this softness allows for the breath coming in, dropping in with a little bit more ease. Affirm that your breath is welcome. Affirm that your breath is a friend. And maybe you can feel or imagine these movements, very subtle. Loosens up a little bit of tension. But these movements create a vibration that dislodges holding, unnecessary holding. Unnecessary anxiety or frustration. Unnecessary confusion. Let the body be lulled. Let the body be soothed. And at some stage you might feel that you no longer need the hands on the chest or your stomach or your hips, wherever you've placed them. And that these movements become a gateway towards stillness. You can keep your hands on your lap, you can keep them on your chest or wherever you've placed them. When they're ready to change position, let them drop down towards your lap. Maybe resting one hand in the other, Dhyana Mudra, the thumbs gently touching. Creating as if a little bowl with your hands. The spine is nice and long. You can feel your feet. You can feel the angle of your knees and your hips. Notice how the body begins to relax, how the body comes to a place of being more comfortable with stillness. Being more comfortable with receiving your breath in and letting it move at its natural rhythm in and out. If you feel that this is still difficult, it feels stressful or like strain, notice where you feel that strain. Notice where you're feeling that holding, that tightness, and place your hands back in that spot. Where does it feel as if the breath is being held back? It could be anywhere in the body. It could be around the head, the eyes, the back of the head. Just place your hands wherever you feel your body needs a little bit more soothe, a little bit more love, compassion. And you can add the movements if you need to, a gentle circling of the spine, a rocking of the hips or the torso. If it makes you feel that you are stirring, that you are, it's as if you're scraping the last bit of icing or chocolate from the bowl, you taking out the rest, the residue. So that there is space for something new, and in this case it could be a deep and profound sense of calm, feeling of nurturance, a feeling of power even, the ability to soothe yourself, to bring yourself back to center. Notice again if your breath can flow a little bit more freely, a little bit more naturally. And notice if your breath can drop into your body all the way to the pelvic floor. Notice if you can invite your breath in to travel down the spine to the base of the spine. If it can bring a sense of softness, of settling into your hips, settling into your seat, of being in your body. Acknowledging that what makes you feel anxious, acknowledging all those sensations, as well as the sense of ease or the sense of calm, the sense of centeredness that you are re-inviting, that you are reconnecting to, that you are remembering. And let the exhale travel all the way from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. Follow your breath, the in and the out, the pathway of the breath running down the spine, up the spine. And if you're still moving, maybe you can soften this movement completely, come to physical stillness, so that even those muscles that you're using to move can soften enough and open up for a sense of release, a sense of spaciousness and calm. Imagine your breath drawing in the warmth of the sun. Let this warmth soothe and ease. Let it widen. Let it hold and hug. And notice if anything has changed for you. Notice how this softness feels, this little bit of spaciousness, this room to breathe. And maybe notice that underneath this tension, this feeling of being contracted and tense, if underneath it all there's the spaciousness of joy. There's a little bit of that goodness of being alive, a little bit of curiosity. And if you access that glimpse of joy, that inner smile, it doesn't have to be outward quite yet, but it's in there. Just tap with the fingers of your non-dominant hand. Maybe you can give this meditation a name so that your body remembers. In your mind's eye, write this name. Could be as simple as breathe, it's warmth, soothe. And then slowly rub your palms together, maybe wiggle a little bit, move a little bit. And bring your hands to your heart or to your forehead. So from this place in the sun that I have access to your heart, may your practice be blessed.